I watched someone drive off a dealership lot last week in a $48,000 used SUV. It already had 30,000 miles on it, and they were smiling as they signed up for an 84-month loan. They just trapped themselves in nearly a decade of debt for a vehicle that will be financially worthless by the time they pay it off. That is the new normal, and it's insane. Now, what if I told you that for the price of their sales tax, you could buy an SUV that is more reliable, just as practical, and could outlast that $48,000 machine by a decade? You'd probably think I'm crazy, or that I'm posting a video from 2015. Here's the truth. The $5,000 Immortal SUV does still exist. But it's not a simple purchase anymore. The market is full of traps. These vehicles have secrets, and the forums won't tell you the whole story. Today, we're not just giving you a list. We're giving you a survival guide to finding a tank while everyone else is buying a liability. If you're tired of overpaying and want the real scoop on cars that last, do yourself a favor and hit that subscribe button. You're going to want to see what's next. First on our list is the automotive Swiss Army knife, the first-generation Honda Pilot. This engine isn't just good, it's a masterpiece of engineering, an icon known for clicking past 300,000 miles with little more than oil changes. But hold up, this is where the internet lists fail you. They say buy a Pilot and hang up. Here's the truth. That legendary V6 uses a timing belt, not a chain. If you find a $5,000 Pilot and the seller doesn't know when the belt was last changed, you must assume it's due for a $1,200 service immediately. If you don't, that belt will snap and your 300,000-mile engine becomes a 200-pound paperweight. Also, listen closely. The early 2003 and 2004 models had known transmission issues. If you're shopping, aim for 2005 or newer. Next up, the truck that isn't a truck. The R50 generation Nissan Pathfinder, sold from 1996 to 2004. This SUV has a rugged, timeless look, and it's backed up by one of the most durable engines of the era. We're talking about the 3.3-liter VG33E V6. This is an old-school, cast-iron workhorse. It's the same family of engines Nissan used in their hardbody and Frontier pickups. It's simple, it's tough, and it will tolerate a shocking amount of neglect before it ever complains. It's the definition of a bulletproof motor. But that's not all. There's a huge controversy, or at least a misunderstanding, about this truck. Most people think it's a traditional body-on-frame SUV. It's not. This R50 generation is a unibody, just like a modern crossover. Now that's not a bad thing. It gives it a much more comfortable car-like ride, but it also means it has a mortal enemy. You wouldn't believe this, but the real killer of these Pathfinders isn't the engine or transmission, it's rust. The unibody frame rails, and most notoriously, the front strut towers, can rot from the inside out. A $5,000 Pathfinder might look shiny on top, but if you don't get underneath it with a flashlight, you could be buying a perfectly running engine that's about to fall out of the car. Now we have to talk about the king, the legend, the million-mile SUV, the Lexus GX470 from 2003. This is not just an SUV, it's a statement. It is quite literally a Toyota Land Cruiser Prado, one of the most trusted off-road vehicles on Earth, but wrapped in a luxury Lexus package. Under the hood is the 4.7-liter 2UZ FE V8. This engine isn't just reliable, it's eternal. It was designed to go 500,000 miles with routine care. It's a true body-on-frame, full-time four-wheel drive tank that will tackle a blizzard or a mountain trail and then comfortably take you out to dinner. So what's the catch? Here's the truth about 2020. The $5,000 Lexus GX470 is basically a myth. The entire world has discovered how good these are, and prices have exploded. We're including it on this list because it is the most reliable SUV of its era. But you need to know what you're getting into. A $5,000 GX today will have 400,000 miles, a rebuilt or salvage title, or a frame that's been eaten by rust. It's the unicorn. You can hunt for that one in a million deal, but don't expect to find one on your first try. Okay, let's come back to reality. What if you just need a car? No drama, no off-roading, just a machine to get you and your family from A to B forever. Meet the first-generation Toyota Highlander from 2001 to 2007. This is the Camry of SUVs. And that is the highest compliment you can give. It's built on the same platform as the Camry, and it shares its legendary V6 engines, either the 3.0-liter or the 3.3-liter. Both are silky smooth, quiet, and absolutely famous for running well past 300,000 miles. This vehicle is the definition of a smart appliance. It's comfortable, it's efficient for its size, and it will never ever give you any drama. But listen, even a perfect appliance has one thing to check. Because these engines are so quiet, owners often forget to maintain them. The one and only weakness of these V6s is oil sludge. If a previous owner constantly skipped oil changes, that sludge can build up and choke the engine. Before you buy, pop the oil cap and look inside with a flashlight. If it looks like a burnt sludgy coffee pot, walk away. If it's clean, you've just found one of the most dependable vehicles on the planet. By the way, if you appreciate this kind of honest, no-hype car advice that saves you from making a massive mistake, do me a solid and hit that subscribe button. It's free, and it tells me you want more videos that tell you the truth. Finally, we have the sleeper pick, the one the smart money goes after. The first-generation Acura MDX from 2001 to 2006. Everyone knows about the Honda Pilot, so their prices stay high. But hold up. The MDX is mechanically the same vehicle as the Pilot. It has the same legendary 3.5-liter J35 V6 that's good for 300,000 miles. But you get it wrapped in a much nicer package. We're talking standard leather seats, a premium sound system, and a more sophisticated all-wheel drive system. It feels like a much more expensive vehicle. Here's the catch. It also shares the Pilot's weaknesses. Those early 2001-2003 transmissions can be fragile, and that VTM4 all-wheel drive system is picky. It demands genuine Acura fluid or it will break. But here's the secret. People are scared of the Acura badge. They assume repairs are expensive like a BMW or Mercedes. The truth is, 90% of its mechanical parts are just standard Honda Pilot parts, which are cheap and available everywhere. You get the luxury feel without the luxury repair bills. So there it is. The $5,000 bulletproof SUV is not a myth, but it's not a magic bullet either. You can go out tomorrow and sign a 7-year loan on a plastic, disposable crossover with a giant screen. Or you can take a fraction of that money and buy one of these legends. These SUVs come from an era when engineering durability was the #1 priority, not software updates. They are tanks, built to last. The only question is, which one will you choose?